Theme for this year's Workers' Day, or at least in South Africa, is a collaboration to create jobs and to end poverty, and with infrastructure development being seen as a driver of economic growth. It is important, of course, to see projects actually take off the ground, and one of the issues that the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure is really digging into is the role that women drive in not only driving construction projects in the country, but infrastructure developments as well. And for more insights, I am now joined by the department's Deputy Minister, Bernice Swarts. Thank you for talking to us. And we are at the Women in Construction Imbizo. Talk us through what this Imbizo is about, and we did obviously just hear updates on some of the projects and so on that your department is working on earlier. Where does women fit into this?
Good afternoon to everyone. This Imbizo is my first Imbizo as the Deputy Minister of Public Works. And the reason why I called this Imbizo is that we as Public Work, as the custodians of the bulk infrastructure rollout for South Africa and for the government of South Africa, thought it well that we should have an Imbizo where women actually talk to us and tell us what their challenges are and what challenges they face as women contractors. Because at this Imbizo, we also have CBE, we have CIDB, we have Agreement, and we've got IDT, which is our entities as part of the DPWI. And the entities form part of us, and these entities are the ones who work around the built environment. So the women here today, we had a panel discussion this morning where these women are actually women contractors who have experienced what it is to be a woman contractor. So this morning we heard about women who've been in the construction industry for the past 21 years, but they are still on grade 7 CIDB. Now they were even saying that they feel like encouraging women not to grow further, which is scary. But they're telling us that once you reach grade 7, which means you qualify for a project with 30 million, you cannot be given a project. Some of the women here have reached grade 6 by just being subcontractors. Now that is not good for us, because women should be given projects which they can run on their own. And we should build these women up until they reach level 9 in CIDB, so that we are then able to confidently say that we have grade 9 women in the industry who have reached this level by being given and supported and given projects.
And how do we do that as Deputy Minister?
What we need to do is that we should reach a stage where we have a policy that can actually say that these are women-dedicated projects, so that women are able to then compete in the normal way that they compete for work, like everyone, like the men do. Because at this Imbizo, we are not saying that we are fighting men, but we are just saying that women must be given equal opportunities. Women must be able to tender, but women must have set-aside projects. Then we can say, right, women, this is your tender, you must tender for it. Then we appoint women from there. Because I am saying that we must be able to showcase 10 women if we are serious to say these 10 women have reached grade 9. And they've reached it by getting work, not by being subcontractors. Because at some stage, I feel that women are made to subcontract just so that people reach a certain compliance. Now that is not good, because we're then not going to have entrepreneur women who are actually on grade 9. Because for us, we must be able to see that women are able to run a business, not just because they've got grading, then we say that they are contractors.
And do we have any timelines? Because it seems quite a bit of work on top of the challenges that women do face within the industry. But do we have any timelines then to meet some of these requirements?
We can. It's not a difficult task to do, because what we need to do, we need to speak to everybody who's in the construction industry, who actually provide projects and who actually put out tenders, that it is time that we all set aside a culture of the work for women. So I don't think it's a difficult thing to do, because policies are already there. What you then need to do, you need to put in a clause that if there are 20 projects, so many projects will be set aside for women, so that women compete on their own. But also not that we are closing them out, that they cannot compete when men are competing. But I am saying for us to realize the milestone where women actually reach a grade 9 level CIT, we should do that.
Thank you, Sir Minister. Thank you so much for talking to us. Of course, that's the Deputy Minister of the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure, Bernice Swarts, just talking us through what the points and objectives of the Women in Construction in Imbizo is that, of course, took place in 4 ways, and just that encouraging women to really reach the next level of their business within the construction industry, some of the issues that will be ironed out there, as well as policy issues in a bid to see a lot more women actually thrive in the construction industry. For News from Africa on Channel 405, I'm Togozo Kumalo in 4 Ways, Johannesburg.